Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
Good morning and welcome to VW Conversations on a Friday. It's the end of the work week. Para yan ang asyahan nga si Manahan Disyembre.
Nakitikang palat bulan yun, no?
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Notice this because we have guests. So this is our news set. Kumusta ka mga tanan before anything else? Get well very soon, Cora B.
Yes, ang ating bugtohan by say este updates.
Oo.
Inano ka, Cora, di ba? So para bang tinatablan ka pa pala.
Mataro ka tag-usog.
Di ba? I mean, kasi parang napaka-invincible naman kasi ng babaeng yan eh. Lahat kayang gawin.
Sabi nga ni Ate Virgie, hindi ako sanay.
Parang feeling ko, kaya nagkasakit yan, nagpandaywa kay Haerabala. Kaya nakinita kin mga wire, kin mga tools and equipment.
Matay ko na po white services professional.
Yeah.
Makakahatag ka pa
pakabuhi.
Pakabuhi, ibang
diba?
matao.
Di rin nga tanan gin sa saranggapanan, sanglit man, diba? Anyway, get well the soonest, Cora. And kumusta ka mga tanan? We hope that you are in the best disposition and position in life. Siring pa nga despite the fact that nagpapadayon that struggle against COVID-19, ika na pulo na kabulan, di ba?
Oo, magpapasko and then we're not gonna celebrate Christmas the way we used to.
Oo, damoy mga binag-o ito ang COVID-19. And sa nagyapon din ito natin mga pamaagi, pagdumarahin mga programa, mga aktibidades, di ba? Bisa nga ni Christmas party yan is being frowned upon. Parang sa lahat ng mga government agencies, bawal daw mag-Christmas party.
Sa Capitol, yung provincial government may na memorandum ni Governor Ivardone. Walang party. Di ba, parang katuwagin nga big
yes. So
next Christmas na lang. Meron ka nasa last Christmas, di ba, binagyo. So, wala kita pa pag-celebrate manggod. Nasa, abawi na lang tayo sa next Christmas. But by God.
Mas worse pa ngayon. Okay. Anyway, so, basta importante buhi, di ba? Yung whatever the situation is, we will overcome. These two shall pass. Good morning, natin mga kabugtuhan Eastern Samar State University.
Yes, but before we have our friends from the Eastern Samar State University, kasi kakalaporay ko ini kahuman. Ito nagpapadayon nat nga fundraising hitong Diocese of Borongan for the victims of Typhoon Rolly and Ulysses. So, pag-update la, we have a total, yung total donations natin umabot na because this is still ongoing. 829,464 less inihan mga nauna nga iginpadara for the Diocese of Legazpi 75,000 pesos. Legazpi is in Albay. To the Diocese of Ilagan in Isabela kasi may Ulysses 75,000. To the Archdiocese of Cáceres in Naga City 75,000. To the Archdiocese of Tuguegarao 75,000. To the Diocese of Daet in Camarines Norte, 75,000. To the Diocese of Virac in Catanduanes, 75,000. And to the Diocese of Libmanan in Camarines Sur, 75,000. Once nga nakakahikay kita hiton pondo, we send ngadto naman hiton mga affected nga mga dioceses. Tikang ini kan Father Biboy Bormate, our diocesan economist. Thank you very much itong mga tanan nga mga nagpaangbit hanira mga higayon despite hiton kakurian nga inaatubang hiton kadamaan because of the pandemic.
Yes, so palitaw, this is our own share of siring paman pakiang bit hiton kakurian nga inabad, ginagian ito nato mga kabugtuan dito Luzon nga part, especially Bicol area, ano, dara kay mapaidbanggod kita because we've been there. Nasabi nga sitwasyon, and in the same manner, hindi nga mga kabugtuan from Bicol were also the first ones to assist us during hadto nga panahon.
And we didn't even have to
Yolanda.
ask.
Oo, di ba? Yolanda and Ruby. So parang that was 7 years ago. And incidentally, parang segue na lang natin. Ito natin maging bisita.
But before that,
sige.
Naka-lockdown it Balanghiga. It's a border lockdown until December 16. Ang tagal nito, no? So, lahat, may mga tuyo, mga manurukot.
Okay.
It mga manurukot, you can only transact the business at the checkpoints, ha? Barangay San Miguel, ito sa Adoha, Barangay Kansumangkay. Diba yan?
Paano kaya yun?
Kinagtuon mo na yung checkpoint.
Tutugunin,
Mami-message. Oy, dito ako.
Palihog, pakikuan himana sula ka.
At saka yung delivery ng mga non-essentials. So ano yung non-essentials? Yung mga in-order natin. And then papadara yung mga Intrego, whatever.
Okay.
J&T, etc.
So, ganyan. So, okay. Nga di kita, ito natin mga magiging bisita today. Kasi yan nga December 10, magkakamayadahan, ikapito katuig, Integrative Disaster Risk Reduction and Management or International Conference on Integrative Disaster Risk Reduction Management or ICDRRM Didaha Eastern Samar State University. Siling panganin natin darahiton COVID-19 medyo nadilatar ini kasi usually it happens September, di ba? And just like any other activities, we ride on itong tinatawag natin nga virtual.
Naman.
So this is going to be the first time na magkakamayada ICDRRM nga virtual ini, no? So which means walang face-to-face, nga tanan would be done through the internet.
Marami na mamimiss because marami kasi marisyo ini, but unfortunately because of the times.
Yes, ang mga the past 7 years ang ginarestoryahan hini amo yung mga let's face it, nahimugso ining ICDRRM immediately after Yolanda, no? So talked about super typhoons, management, and all those things nga may naton mga naging bisita from other countries who have had the same experience. So mostly mga pinag-uusapan before in the previous conferences were on typhoons, mga disasters like earthquake and all, pero madudugnan yan na darahiton pandemic. Okay. So we have with us from Eastern Samar State University, we have Dr. June Agda, who is with the Extension Department ng ESSU, sir.
Administrative Support Service.
Administrative Support. And Sir Riomar Obliopas. What's this? Yeah, we have Director June Agda, and we have Mr. Riomar Obliopas. So, they are here para pag-istoryahan iton ikapito katuig nga ICDR. Good morning, mga sirs.
Good morning, mga sir, and welcome to Conversations. I think this is Sir June's second time on Conversation.
Yes.
The first time was in 2018, I think. Ginaanak pala kita. Hindi nga bago. So, Sir June, welcome. And Sir Riomar, welcome to Conversations.
Yes, okay. Kumusta po?
And good morning.
Okay, kumusta? Kumusta kita in the times of COVID? Everything has changed. Pag-eskwela and yung conduct natin of yung ikinatuig natin ini nga conference, no? Kaya sinushorten ko na lang yan a disaster conference, no?
Yes.
Okay. So, ganito yun, it's going to be virtual. How is this going, paano to natin gagawin? Do we have yung participants kailangan din ba nilang mag-register for the event?
Kasi previous years, talagang physically they come over, yung mga participants coming from the different parts of the country. Tapos naman, they come in groups, tapos they stay in Borongan for something like 3 to 4 days. And then, yun nga, it's something that's, they have to be physically present. Pero yan na,
they will be staying in their own places.
Kasi since wala naman sila physically dito, mas less ang gastos. Do we still have the registration and all those things? Sige po.
Yeah, good morning everyone. Good morning Borongan. Good morning Philippines. Thank you for having us here, Eden, Mannie, Sir Riomar, even siyempre Sir Renan, no? That's right, no? 21 days to go before Christmas na, no? Suddenly, no? Yeah, we are here actually to promote and even invite our participants to the 7th International Conference on Integrity of Disaster Risk Reduction Management, slated next week, no? That will be on Thursday, December 10, 2020 at the Eastern Summer. Well, this is virtual Zoom Cloud Conference, no? So thus far, no? I mean, since 2014, okay, we have been hosting this annual event, no? Sabi nga ni Sir Mannie, immediately right after yung Yolanda, no? This is the aftermath of Super Typhoon Yolanda, and yun na nga, no? We have moved it from September to December because syempre naka-quarantine, naka-general community quarantine, no? And we're glad, no? Because this is actually the brainchild of our university president, Dr. Edmundo Campoto, no? And I think naging institutionalized na to, and I think we have carved a niche, so to speak, no? And modesty aside, we're even recognized na ESU, no? Na nagti-trailblaze when it comes to disaster risk reduction management. For one reason, kasi we provided some sort of portal, no, to gather forces, no, to view horizons, and even yung mga possibilities, okay, on what we can do, no. Kasi I think more than anybody else, okay, Eastern Samar talaga is a disaster prone. Tapos nadagdagan pa nga itong pandemic, no, na siyempre global health emergency, kaya nga pandemic, no. So I think we really have to brace ourselves, no. New normal, unprecedented in history, in humankind history. I think epic proportion ito, di ba? So as an academic institution, wherein one of our mission is to undertake to double in research, generate information, generate knowledge, and if possible, extend them to the community. So I think this is one way actually of doing that, and I think dapat na-sustain pa, no? Next year and even the coming years. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sir Riomar, ano kaya, kahit masusumat yan, since this is going to be a virtual international conference, hirahin ito ng ating expected participants. Do we have a limit as to the number of participants? And how do they participate?
Parang naka-invite ba kita? Naka-attract ba kita in the same number or more than the usual nga na-attend dun sa yung normal na na conference?
Thank you. First, I would like to greet our listeners and viewers. Good morning. Thank you, Sir Mannie and Ma'am Eden, for giving us the opportunity to advertise and promote the upcoming activity of the Eastern Samar State University, which is the 7th International Conference on Integrative Disaster Risk Reduction and Management, which will be happening on December 10, that will be Thursday next week. As to the number of participants, as of yesterday, we already have 288 confirmed participants. We actually have surpassed the number of participants who participated and attended the face-to-face conference last year.
Oh, that's good.
That's good
And
news.
while checking the registrants, we found out that we already have attendees or registrants from abroad.
Wow.
That's
So we will be expecting participants locally and abroad.
kasi this is easier for them. They will not be
Yes, at the comfort of their own place, office, or their own homes, they can really participate. So, sir, wala pong limit as to the number of participants?
As to the number of participants, we are only limiting up to 450.
Okay, 450. Long way to go pa. Marami pa.
Yes, sir.
So those who are listening right now can still participate. So how do they get access?
Can anyone, sir, can anyone join in?
Yes.
I mean, it
Kasi
is
kahit
or
hindi
baka naman
taga-academe.
limited ito to yung people from the academe.
LGUs,
Oo.
mga ganon.
Can anyone, especially the topic now is very interesting and napapanahon.
Yeah.
Yes, this is free of charge. Anyone can join and participate in the virtual conference. All they have to do is to visit the official website of the university, which is essu.edu.ph, and provided there is the link for them to pre-register and confirm their attendance to the conference.
Oh, okay. So again, free of charge. So talagang this is something that's worth your time and your effort, di ba? Kasi at least marami tayong matututunan here, not only in terms of yung where are we now in terms of the pandemic, di ba? How successful are it? Kasi ang ating theme is winning the
fight.
the fight against COVID-19.
So,
di ba?
parang eto, is this a, Sir June, is this a one-day event?
Yeah, it is a one-day event. Unlike yung mga past conferences namin, usually mga 2 days,
2
no?
days.
Because siyempre pag Zoom kasi cloud, Eden, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
ang hirap, lalo na
Oo.
siyempre yung connectivity,
Yes.
yung ating internet connection, no? So yung retention bali ng mga listeners, participants, no? So we have parang shorten it actually, pero yung substance bali nandun pa rin naman.
Okay.
And we have invited actually 7, okay, top-notch formidable speakers, no?
Yes.
For our conference this year, no. So, by the way, before we go to the speakers, no, I'd like also to acknowledge yung mga past speakers namin, no. Last year, Eden, if you'll recall, no, Mannie, no, we had with us Dr. Destura, no, Raul Destura, no,
Yes.
award dito ng DOST, no, ng National Institute of Health sa UP Manila, no. I think he was the one who invented the biotech,
Yes.
yung sa dengue test kit, no. Proud tayo kasi he's from Samar, from Northern Samar, no? And his dad used to be our president of the
Yes.
university, no? So, and also last year we had with us Richard Hidarian. He's now with Taiwan University. He's a columnist of Philippine Daily Inquirer. And yung mga past conferences, I'm sure si Eden, kilala niya to, no? Si Dr. Dario Cidro, no? Scientist ito, kamag-anak incorporated niya to. So, we had partners from Guelph University and University of Manitoba in Canada, no? Kasi he's from Canada, no? He's teaching there. So, this year, bale, okay, we have 7, okay? And confirmed na bale yung kanilang participation ng aming mga in-invite na mga plenary speakers. One is Dr. Maria Claudette Alvarez Agnes.
Suki.
Suki namin.
Suki ba to?
Suki namin
Sounds
dito.
familiar?
Yeah. Alam mo yung mga issues natin on mental health,
Yes.
etc.
Ganun ba?
Siya yung go-to resource person natin.
Yes.
Kasi napaka-hypochondriac ko na rin. No? Minsan nakaka-praning, nakaka-paranoid na rin minsan yung COVID-19. I think maganda yung kanyang siguro inputs, no, insights. No?
Yes.
Kasi siyempre, if you've been confined to your home, I mean, for the past several weeks, no, minsan, uneasy ka na rin na yung tipong
Ako,
gano'n.
I mean, I would, in as much as gusto kong i-deny, I think I'm affected mentally.
I think
Merong
everyone is affected.
Yeah, may mga sitwasyon
Not
na...
being able to do what
Yes.
you normally did. Ito, 10
True.
months na, cannot even go out and meet up with
Yes.
friends, no? So, si Dr. Claudette,
Yes.
Agnes from UST ito, bale, no? So, she'll be talking about enhancing mental health and well-being, its challenges, opportunities, and coping mechanisms, and resiliency during the pandemic. We also with us the University President of the Philippine Normal University, Dr. Bert Jasmine Tuga, is the University President. We also with us, syempre, Dr. Anthony Liachon, syempre, yung former Special Advisor to the National IATF. And yung aming rin suke, no? I mean, kasi nga, we're part of the Logo 3 PhilNet, yung Local Governance Training Research Institutes Philippine Network, no? And it's connected with the De La Salle University as an associate professor. We have Dr. Mark Velasco. And also, local front natin, no? The regional director of DepEd, no? Si Dr. Ramir Oitico will also be with us. He'll be sharing yung learning continuity and resilience amidst crisis. And also we have Dr. Owen Kapukian, is a medical doctor. He's a member of the Board of Certified Family Medicine and Geriatric Medicine Specialist. And we also have with us Dr. Darwin Bandoy. Yung topic naman niya, he's with UP, COVID-19, UP Pandemic Response, yung Science-Based Pandemic Control Plan. And of course, syempre, yung ating welcome address will be delivered by Dr. Edmundo Campotor, University President. And of course, Riomar, before I forget, okay, I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Jovi Madeja, our conference chair. Thank you.
Yeah, can we join?
Yes.
I mean, pwede kami mag-join because this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, sure. Sa media, di ba?
Oo.
Ibig sabihin, kumbaga, you can do something actually to share, to disseminate.
Kumbaga, you know, I think it's going to be very helpful if we can just listen to these speakers niyo. Like, June, I'm just curious, no? Healthcare issues for geriatric population. Is this because yung mga senior people natin are very prone, not necessarily prone, pero vulnerable to COVID-19? Oo.
Yeah.
Napaghahalata na.
Oo naman. Actually, we submitted a research proposal, no? Kasi actually, I happened to present up yung research concepts ko last June 9 to Local Government Academy, no? So one of those research concepts that I presented, yung locked and down, the case of a group of elderly in the midst of COVID-19. Yung bang, syempre pag with due respect naman to po sa ating mga senior citizens, and I'm one of them, soon to be, yung gano'n, no? So kumbaga, pag may immunocompromised na, tapos naman may mga comorbidities, no? So, practically naman, everyone naman lahat, sabi nga ni Eden, no, vulnerable, susceptible, bali tayo. But the more, kumbaga, lalo na, halimbawa, syempre, research indicates that kung halimbawa meron siyang hypertension, meron siyang diabetes, no? So nakakapag-aggravate bali siya, no? So somehow, okay, it will yung mga telltale signs, no? We're going to scan the horizon, sabi ko nga kanina, to test assumptions and even yung bang to come up with a discourse, no, on what they can do. Syempre, no, conversations ito ay yung mga for example, okay, mga anecdotal narratives, no, how they were able to cope up, how they were able to transcend bali, no, yung fear kasi di ba everybody naman nakakaano yung bang mortality ng tao pala na ganon, no? So and it dawned on me, Mannie, no, I think I remember what Bishop Vasquez has said, no, na parang the best and the worst of times, Charles Dickens na Tale of Two Cities, no? Yung bang, ano ba talaga making sense of COVID-19? Okay, ano ba yung napala ko na, yung bang the brighter side of it? And I think, if I got it right from Bishop Vasquez, no, yung sinasabi niya na, it's about to look back, to look, yung ano ba talaga mga essential things, okay, in life, kumbaga, no, that we have to focus on. And parang it has also somehow sparked creativity, yung pagiging innovative, ganon. And on the lighter side, Eden, di ba, Mannie, no? Ang dami na nagbabike ngayon. Okay? Nagbibisikleta ba, no? Dati nagbibisikleta rin lang ako, kumbaga. No? So, I think yun na nga, no? Yung bang introspection, ano ba talagang mahalaga, relationships natin sa family, yung ating faith, ganon, to surmount all these obstacles, ganon. So, I think we really have to take a stock ba, okay? Yung ganon, no? So, kasi nga, syempre life is short, the cliche, no? And then, ano ba talaga yung mga dapat nating gawin, mga lessons learned, okay? In the midst of this, kumbaga, sabi natin plague or ano, no? So, I think that's the most important thing.
What makes this conference very interesting and challenging, siguro, sir, after 7 years, is that parang kasi ngayong taon, double whammy tayo, di ba?
Exactly.
We're not only talking about disasters or calamities happening in our country, pero kasi we're also part of this worldwide event na nangyayari, yung pandemic itself. Di ba? So parang, especially yung ating mga kapatid from the Luzon area, the Bicol area, where parang halos in a week's time, sunod-sunod yung bagyong nangyari sa kanila. And what makes it more challenging para sa mga naging biktima ng typhoons na to are yung how do we keep ourselves safe, not only from natural calamities or disasters like typhoon, but also yung virus. Di ba po? So parang, yeah, they evacuate, they go to evacuation centers, but how do we maintain yung health protocols so as not to spread the virus? Ito yung naging challenge, not only for the local leaders, but also for the residents themselves. So sana siguro may makakapag-participate coming from Bicol or makapag-share ng kanilang experience to make it more updated and relevant yung ating mga discussions.
Yeah, right. Actually, you said na double whammy nga to, no? In famous 2020, the year of parang living dangerously. Parang anong cerebrals naman ito. Kunabaga, parang napaka-redundant na. Kunabaga, namin joking. No? Yung gano'n, no? So, you're right, no? I mean, actually, one of our proposals, yung I spoke to Engineer Banaldia of RDSO College of Engineering, no? We proposed to come up with a prototype design of a seismic and wind-resistant evacuation kung quarantine center. It's a sanctuary in times of calamity, no? You're right po, Sir Mannie, no? Kasi nga, yung evacuation, naging quarantine na rin. Tapos yung nagiging problem, siyempre, doon yung physical distancing, ganon. So, dapat we have to prepare and mitigate, no, yung transmission of the virus, no?
Yes.
And also yung mga, talagang sabi nga, di ba, nininochka Roshka, and when the storm is over, and when the storm is over, you won't be the same person who walked in. I think that was yung kay I like to quote him, no, yung pocketbook, no. And yung sinabi ni Ninochka Roshka, sinasabi niya, I think she's based in New York, no. We become braver, we become stronger. Kumbaga after the storm,
yes.
Kumbaga no. Yung bang I think yun ang maganda. Tapos naman you know what is all inspiring, Sir Mannie, is that, and Eden, is that, okay? Yung bang yung human firmament, no, saying yung halimbawa bayanihan to recover, to heal as one. Yung bang yung mga frontliners, to me, they are real heroes, no? I mean, biro mo, yung nandun sila sa mga ICU, gano'n, no? And even the policemen, yung mga army personnel, even down to the, sabi na lang natin, mga utility, no? Na nagmaman, gano'n, no? To me, yung bang amidst yung confusion, fear, and panic, no? Nandun pa rin sila, no? So sana rin, yun na nga, from Catanduanes, no? From Bicol, na yung siyempre yung Rolly, no? Ano ba yung kanilang naging survival instinct, no? Next time around, God forbid, no? Kumbaga, no? Ano ba yung mga dapat nating pagtuunan, no? Kumbaga, so I think they have a story to tell, and I think we could learn also from them.
But the thing is, yung problema natin dito, I think even din sa Pilipinas, because we tend to forget. Very short yung memories pa natin. For instance, after Yolanda, sinabi natin, oh, it's not going to happen in another 100 years. But unfortunately, the next year, may ruby tayo. Diba? So, we don't learn our lessons.
Yes.
7 years after Yolanda, or 7 years na nga ba, diba?
Yeah.
We were very strict with the no-build zones. May balaod kita hiton. But unfortunately, ito
Sige
mga
lang
tao
yan.
yan na hira na naman nabalik. I-fear natin dito sa pandemic na to because yung pandemic, it happens again every 100 years or so.
Yes.
Isipin na, tapos na tong pandemic. After this, we're okay. Makakalimutan na naman to. Yun ang bigger problem.
Yeah.
That's a bigger challenge haaton because we never learn from the experience.
Saka sana, mga sir, itong yung mga tanan ng mga magpa-participate in this year's ICDRM, we should also look into yung issue nga ginawa siya na, yung one typhoon after another, tapos yung mga flooding and all, na para bang napipikon na yung Pinoy sa term na resilient or yung resiliency ng Pinoy, na parang it's not a pat on our shoulder anymore, na para bang andito lang tayo para kayanin to, magtiis. What have we done in terms of preparations for such calamities? Diba? Para bang year in, year out nangyayari to, nagsiswell lang ang Marikina River, nagfla-flood and all, tapos ang daming mga damage to properties, or sometimes worst case would be may namamatay. Diba? So parang yun nga, sabi ni Eden, what have we learned from all
And what
this?
have we done?
Yeah, what have we done?
What have
yun
we done?
Yun
Kasi,
yung mas konkreto.
alam mo, ako
dapat
yung na-notice ko, even after Yolanda, ginala mo yung mga trainings, ano ito,
mitigation,
preparedness, parang
yes.
ganon. Actually, when it happens, when a strong typhoon comes, actually, di ka maharam kung mag-aano ka. Because sometimes, di ka maharam kung tipakain ka eh.
True.
Wala tayong infrastructure support. For instance, evacuation centers. No? Dapat build back better ang sinasabi eh, noon. Diba? So, we building more typhoon resilient na mga infrastructure. Kalsada, kinita kita kung inunano ang kalutbahang kalsada after Yolanda. So, parang dapat ano same in Mannie, we should look back and then ask, what have we done? What have we learned?
What have we gained
from
from the experiences before, diba? To make us more responsive. Diba?
Yeah.
Hindi yung reactive lang tayo kung kailan nangyayari, saka may ada gimubuhat na mga pitad, diba? Dapat sana may ada na mga in place nga mga equipment. Although we have seen how rescue operations are now in place in the different LGUs and how they respond. Maski yung evacuation is no longer something very alien para hingatanan ng mga residents. Automatic na sila pagka makarinig lang ng news regarding a possible typhoon, a strong typhoon, talaga na. Pero somehow, yun nga, nabago kasi yung concept ng resiliency. Parang iniinsulto na raw yung sensibilidad ng Pinoy. What can you say about this?
Gordon Brown said, Time Magazine actually said na it takes sometimes a huge crisis to make people change. Okay? Sabi nga ni Notchka, we break when the world is just too much. And in the process of breaking, we're transformed into something difficult to understand. Yung ganon. And Haruki Murakami, Kafka on the Shore, sabi nga niya, and when the storm is over, you won't remember how you managed to survive. You won't in fact be sure whether the storm is over. But one thing is certain, when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storm is all about. Now looking back, yung sinasabi natin na, kumbaga, resilient means to bounce back. Last year's conference theme natin was plan, act, live. Ganon, no? So, syempre, we also have to recognize the fact that our country is one of the most disaster-prone countries in the whole world. Kumbaga, so sabi nga ni Eden, ibiasanan yung infrastructure na, no? Kung no-build zone itiya. So, siyempre, pastilan dapat ay nagitdida kung nabaga, no? And, siyempre, aggravated by climate change, global warming brought about by climate change, no? So, yun na nga, no? Minsan nakakalungkot dahil, siyempre, nagbababaha because pala of illegal logging, quarrying, gano'n, no? So, sana ihinto na to. And even, for example, yung instilling discipline, simple as that, no? Yung gano'n, no? How do we throw our garbage, gano'n, no? So, yung mga lessons learned, kumbaga, ang hirap kasi kung nabaga minsan to change mindsets of people, yung mga paradigm shift, ika nga, no? Pero slowly, gradually naman. Dati for me, hindi naman talaga ako yung I wasn't so praying about yung bagyo kasi nga we have come to terms with it na, no? Pero ngayon, ultimo lang nga ni uurang, kung nabaga parang nakaka-heighten na. Tapos nakatutok na ako ngayon kay Mang Tani, kung nabaga almost every day. Kasi nga sa isa sa mga tapos naman yung yung mga changes na rin na, kumbaga sa bahay may go bag na rin ako. Kumbaga just in case it's time to go na, kung nabaga ano, no. So gradual, I think, and I hope we'll come up with some narratives about this. Parang yung mga best practices, ganon, yung mga lessons learned, ganon. So ma-share bali natin, no? Mag-benchmark tayo. Paano ba nagre-reconcile yung mga tao dun sa Catanduanes, no? Yung, halimbawa, may COVID na, tapos nag-iban pa sila ng bahay, yung mga tipong gano'n, no? So, ang dami, no? So, it's new normal times, and I think it's a brand new world, kumbaga, ano, parang Aladdin, gano'n.
Yes. And do we have somebody from, say, an LGU, sa speakers natin to be able to, ba kayo may mga best practices in terms of how they were able to cope with COVID-19 Kasi parang earlier during the conference, nakapag-eavesdrop ako na parang you're planning to have Mayor Vico Soto of Pasig.
Kasi alam mo, actually, dito sa pandemic na to, the burden really nasa local executives.
Yes, exactly.
Yung mga mayors talaga, nasa kanila yung burden.
Yung mga who were calling the shots talaga.
Yes. So,
maneuvering.
Tsaka sila yung may mga innovations, yung may mga insights.
Linutaw yan. Kinita ka kung matunan o ka magkarit. Kung hino ka magkarit,
an ultimate test kung gaano kagaling ang isang leader, di ba? How innovative, how resourceful in terms of let's face it, etong mga mayors na to, sino ba sa atin naka-experience na ng pandemic before, di ba? This is something that's first time.
The worst time to be a mayor.
Yeah, right. The worst time to be a mayor.
Worst time to be a mayor. Bago-bago ka lang, imagine you were elected 2019 and then 2020 you have this pandemic.
Do we have something like that sa lineup ng ating mga...
For this conference, we actually invited Mayor Richard Gomez from Ormoc, but because of the many engagements, he will not be able to make it to the conference. Yes, but we are actually inviting and encouraging those from the DILG and from the local government units to attend and participate in the conference, for them to be able to share their experiences, their best practices, innovations and technologies relative to the pandemic.
Kasi rin, di ba, ang na-highlight sa mga news is yung gaano kadamo ito yung mga naging COVID-19
pero namatay
sa area, di ba? Parang ang downplayed yung mga lugar na konti lang yung incidents ng COVID-19, which we could learn from their experiences.
How did they do it?
Yeah, correct.
Paano ginawa, diba?
And Mannie, it was actually a crucible test, a litmus test, so to speak, for them. Kumbaga, it was their time to shine or sink, Kumbaga, syempre yung rockstar of Philippine politics, syempre Mayor Isko Moreno, Vico Soto, ibig sabihin, to name a few, Kumbaga, yung bang iba thank you Mayor Diane Agda, okay? With due respect. Kumbaga, ibig sabihin, they rose to the occasion. Hard times don't build character, they reveal it. Kumbaga, ano ba yung kanilang naging mga convictions? Ano ba yung kanilang mga naging decisions, naging plans? Kumbaga, kasi, kumbaga, to impose, for example, discipline, kaya ano man yan, ibig sabihin, we have to follow protocols. Kasi nga, it's not about you, it's not about whoever, it's about us, kumbaga, So, yun, actually, meron kami ritong isa sa mga proposals bali namin that I presented to Local Government Academy. Has something to do with yung mga leadership capability and accountability of selected local government unit officials in Eastern Samar in dealing with the pandemic, its principles, strategy, and practices. Yung sinasabi ni Sir Mannie, ni Eden, na ano ba yung naging kanilang mga actuations, its strategies, for practices even, kumbaga behavior, kumbaga So, we'd like to look at them, and learn from yung mga best practices ng other mayors who are able to surmount this insurmountable, indescribable, inexplicable, kumbaga, pandemic.
Pero imagine, trying to balance economy and health is the biggest challenge, and working around the very small budget. Pipiraman lang ito na imo budget for calamity. This is a calamity. Pipiraman lang ito, So, imagine, they rose to the occasion. Diniha Eastern Samar, I think we have 2 municipalities, wala pang COVID cases. I think Canavid and Hipapad. So wala silang COVID cases. So, for whatever reason, hindi rin natin alam at saka paano nila ginagawa yun. Kasi Mayor ito, linapusan man la naman hiyahan. Dolores, di ba, sa Reyna, linapusan la naman naman yun dito. Taft, may ada mga cases. Pero yung Canavid, wala siya. Japan.
Pero siguro, looking into the entire picture for Eastern Samar, highly commendable ang nangyari with Eastern Samar province, right? Compared to other provinces in the country, na-delay talaga natin yung incidents ng COVID-19 sa
I would say that. Although yung 2 days ago sa news, medyo disturbing, yung nag-spike daw tayo ng 800%. Di ba? Nasa TV, di ba? Nangungunan yung Eastern Samar. Pero I think, na downplay na yung mga recoveries ba? Palagay ko karamihan na doon na-recover na, no? Siyempre, kung halimbawa malakas naman talaga yung immune system, makaka-recover naman. Pero in fairness, no? I mean, to our siyempre provincial officials, no? I mean, they were really proactive, they were there, aggressive talaga yung campaign, no? So, kasi nga, it takes a village to educate all of us, kumbaga African proverb, no? Kanabaga, no? So, it takes every one of us, actually, to man, to guard, kumbaga, no? And, you know, in dealing with this pandemic. So, yun ang maganda doon, no? And I'd like to commend also yung mga municipalities, no, na wala pa, no, and I hope na masustain din, ganon. And sana rin yung mga tao will be somehow be responsible enough. Halimbawa, kung halimbawa, he or she is not really feeling well, tapos nagkaroon siya ng exposure, ay nagpaglinalakat ko na baga, no, seek treatment, yung trace, treat, test, yung mga ganun sa Korea, no, so to speak, no. So, I think yung responsibility enough, and you should also be accountable, no. Halimbawa, yung hindi siya yung mga sinasabi nga kanina ni Eddie, no, na nag-flat nga yung curve, pero pati ba naman yung economy, mag-flatten, gano'n, no. So, siyempre balancing act ito kung nabaga, no. So, yung bang, this is the challenge now, facing the country. So, nabaga, are we going to open the gates? Ika nga, no? Pero naman, nandito pa rin yung threat, gano'n, no? And, ang nakakatuwa rin kagabi yung news, bali, di ba? Yung kay Secretary Fortunato de la Peña ng DOST, they came up with an experiment, no? Itong VCO. Oo, parang it's a food supplement. And I think may efficacy din siya. Kumbaga, no? Sinasabi rin ni Dr. Fabian Dairit last night, no? Na mukhang potential siya, no? So sana rin siya caution, bali, no? Lalo na yung makapag-recover din. Yung mga tao na nag-convalescing pa, yung recover pa, sana mapabilis, no? By, for example, taking VCO, no? I mean, Lagundi for that matter.
Kasi ano siya bumababa yung viral load in mild cases, no? Just sa VCO. That's why there's a renewed interest in VCO. Si Bishop talaga, it's his, may mga libreng pa seminar. Bishop has been coordinating with Ma'am Dory Pahanustan for free training on, making VCO. Kasi nga, may aside from my, I don't know if you call it healing properties. Ano yan
May antiviral properties.
Pampa-beauty. O, diba? Pero, totoo, with this pandemic, no, unprecedented, sa rin pa nga ni itong bagyo, lalabyan ka, 30 minutes to 1 hour, pwera na lahan ruby, pera ka oras, and then, that's it. Damage to infrastructure, that's it. Pwede pa ni ma-rebuild ang nahibang infrastructure, no? Pero with COVID, 10 months into the pandemic, damo na namatay. At least dito sa Eastern Samar, true. We have how many cases? 500 with 9 reported deaths, no? So masyadong mababa yan. Gihataas yung recovery rate naton. Din naman ato na Eastern Samar. And, at the start of the pandemic, we implemented very strict protocols, di ba? May mga enhanced community quarantine tayo. Noon, hindi naiintindihan ng mga tao, why? Wala pa naman yan dito. It was actually to buy time for the LGUs to be ready. Meron na tayong mga isolation facilities. No? Yung ilang buwan na yun, they were able to build facilities. Pag abutan hini nga panahon, nga nakanhinaan virus, because we can control traffic. Itong tao, may movement yung tao. Di po pwedeng, like, for 6 months, di yung pagpapaliyaon, makalilisang it. May nahit mabuto. That's why, giuupayin nga ni Dr. Claudette. Kasi, actually, siguro more than the economy being affected, more than our bodies being affected. My God, mga utok, di ba? Mga Sir June and Sir Riomar, di ba? Grabe. Di kita maaram what's going on inside the heads of many people, especially the young people who are not used to, being cooped up in their homes.
Kasi yung equation naman talaga ng disorder, mental disorder, so to speak, no? If we're exposed to hazards and we're vulnerable, nakakapag-create talaga siya ng some sort of disorder within us, no? So, that's right, no? Sana meron tayong mga counseling, kumbaga, how to cope. And maiba naman po ako, speaking for example of our face mask, no? We even attempted, and RDSO, no? To come up with yung face mask made of cocoa fiber and abaca para naman to help our farmers.
Di makatol.
Yun na nga siguro, i-treat siya. And even, of course, syempre, i-revive natin yung BCO production. Kung halimbawa proven, tested na talaga to, no? To help, syempre, our farmers, bale, no? With their income, no, na-displace, na-dislocate, ganun. Ang nakakaano pa ngayon, Eden and Mannie, no? Ang dami na ngayon bumalik sa atin, bale, syempre, because of, movements na, ganun, no? So, NSO, parang if we're going to take that into context, no. So I think we have a mission, we have a mission to do, no. Na ibig sabihin, if we reopen again, dapat our university should now be at par with schools para kunwari umuwi na siya from Manila kasi nga online na sila, might as well dito na rin siya mag-aral sa atin kasi kung sa Manila yung exposure napaka risky bali siya.
I mean, like we're talking about the vaccine. Sabi ni Vaccine Czar, at the earliest we can have it
first quarter?
In March. Depende. Depende pa rin yan.
Best case scenario.
Diba sa production. At
It
saka,
will span something like 3 to 5 years bago ma-attain yung 60 million na mabibigyan ng vaccine. Isa pang question siguro is, siguro point of interest na whoever is going to participate in this seminar regarding this vaccine, sino yung mauuna? Diba? And who decides kung sino yung unang bibigyan?
Meron na sinasabi.
Anong sector? Right? Parang I think mauna yung mga police, military, and frontliners, health workers, and all.
In the United Kingdom, ang una, those people who are in care homes, siguro yun ang mga may sakit.
Baka mauna yung mga from Europe na vaccines na from the US, kasi matitira sa mga ordinary Pinoy would be from China, gano'n?
Yeah. Di ba kasi may merong Moderna, AstraZeneca,
diskriminasyon
yung gano'n by Pfizer, meron pang
naka-advance payment na yan tayo sa Pfizer. But the
Pfizer.
bigger problem with that Pfizer vaccine, yung how are you going to transport that na maintain mo yung minus 80. That's enough to kill a polar bear. Yung temperature na yun, mag-freeze to death. So, yun ang logistical problems with that. Pero, ito, we also have that worry. Remember, the first months of COVID nga, nakaka-test, inuunaan mga, government people, those in the higher
senators na nagpa-vaccine na, di ba? Parang
so anyway, I hope it won't happen. Anyway,
sana hindi discriminatory.
So, okay, going back to the conference, until when ba pwede mag-register, mga sir?
May deadline?
May deadline ba
Cut
ito?
off.
Oo. 10 is
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
There is no deadline for
okay.
all who are interested to participate in the activity. But as I said earlier, we are only limiting up to 450 registrants. Once reached, we will be announcing through Facebook that we will not anymore accept.
Okay.
However, anyone can still observe and listen to the presentations or discussions by our top-notch speakers because we will be streaming live on Facebook.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good. Also,
That's good.
so,
Even on YouTube.
o kahit hindi na kami mag-register, ang isang concern naman natin, I hope, because of the connectivity, etong problema natin, kaya nga pinapareport na sila sa 8, no? Ano ba ang nagawa, no, to improve the connectivity? Are we okay dito sa internet natin that we're going to use para maging seamless yung conference?
This is actually one of the problems why we delayed the conduct of the conference. As to internet connectivity, we made sure that we will have stable and strong internet connection. And so we will be having the conference here at the downtown property.
In one of the hotels.
In one of the hotels here.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Kasi may problema kita kung nato kita
Yes.
So isang network lang ang pwede ma-access. Tapos fluctuating pa yung signal niya.
That's good.
So at least dito sa downtown area, you have both the networks.
Yes, sir.
The access. So that's good. Assured na tayo doon na medyo mas magiging stable yung connectivity na.
And actually, Mannie and Eden, actually we're going to have a dry run. Okay, 2 days before, a day before, to make sure that sana walang glitches, no? Kasi syempre, you know, if we're attracting participants worldwide, at least from the Asian perspective, no? So sana diri kita bali maging erratic yung ating signal.
Oo, kasi I mean, may international audience tayo, di ba? So, sana...
Nakakahiya naman.
True, pero...
And I suppose these are not the first timers now will be participating. I suppose many of whom have already participated in the previous
We
years
actually
ng
sent
ICDR.
emails to those who participated in the previous conference.
At saka dami ngayong mga millennials, so sana dapat rin sila, no?
Oo,
yung
dapat.
mga, siyempre, estudyante na lull time, gano'n.
Oo.
Sana meron tayong sector na reserved for them.
True.
Kasi they'll be the generation next, kumbaga,
Oo.
no? So sana magkaroon tayo, bali, ng reservation exclusively, bali, for the millennials, kumbaga. And even the parents, no? Helping their children, bali, with their modules, bali. Ay, siyempre, kasi, although we have, I think, teacher facilitators na, in the city of Borongan, or even in the province of Eastern Samar. But then again, okay, it's not parang modulated na nga yung teaching, no, kumbaga. So, ang dami nating pwedeng pag-usapan, bali, and although we're sticking to our objectives of the conference, no, to provide a venue or a platform for sharing of ideas, okay, resources, expertise, okay, from among us, ibig sabihin, so that we can form somehow, okay, some sort of possibilities, okay. Kahit nga yung kagabi na news na yung bank notes pala, pwede mag doon yung virus bali for 28 days.
Yeah.
So it's now an insight na kumbaga dapat maging maingat tayo for that, no. So collectively, if we could collect all these learning experiences, no, I think maganda siya, no. We can impart, we can share, bali.
And I think isa sa may magiging pinakamagandang presentation would be Dr. Liat Chong.
Yes po.
Dr. Liat Chong, di ba? Medyo mga
On the government side,
is very, very important. I think yung presentations, I think we will be trying to catch. Pero lahat naman sila importante eh. Diba? Dr. Oitico, paano natin minamanage at mga kabataan, may mental health problems, may mental health issues, kay tatambakan kayo unsing nga module, tapos may daning deadline, 1 week, tapos ang module magdakmul, and yung mga kabataan, sometimes they have nobody to ask, paano ko to sasagutan, I mean, nakaka-stress, everything is so stressful now. So, let's take a break. We will be back after some reminders.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan ng pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
Maupay nga oras sa nga tanan para naton mga kapadian, mga lay faithful, the religious men and women sa Diocese of Borongan. Nakita naton ang destruction nga nahimo ang Super Typhoon Rolly dito po sa Bicol region. Diri makuriha aton pag abat hanira ka Korean na kita naka-experience liwat it Super Typhoon that was 7 years ago, Super Typhoon Yolanda. Marama ko nga makuri na natong kamutangan yan na because of the pandemic, but still I want to appeal for help for the people of the Bicol region. Makurya na ang pagpadaray relief goods dito because of strict borders entrance. Kaya maupay siguro nga kasala nato ni padara nga tuhaira. So for those who want to give help to the victims of Super Typhoon Rolly, just kindly contact Father Biboy Burmate, our diocesan economist, and Father Odi Calumpiano, our social action director. Ada po sa screen ang kanilang telephone numbers and messenger account. Ada liwat sa screen ang bank account para po sa disasters ng Diocese of Borongan. So tanan po nga matirok, hindi nato na appeal, ipadara naton dito sa Bicol region. So damo nga salamat. Then we continue praying for the people of Bicol who are victims of Super Typhoon Rolly. At the same time, we continue praying that this pandemic will end soon. Salamat po. God bless you.
Ang St. Joseph Religious Item Shop nag-abrinahin buhatan din niya Borongan City. Ada inihimumutang Bukar Street, Haramihan Gate, and Eugenio Esdaza Pilot Elementary School. Ada hiagiin magkalain-lain ng mga estatwahan mga santos nga himohin fiber resin o kahoy. Aada gihapon indamo pa nga iba nga mga religious items, sugad in hand embroidered nga mga baduhan mga statues. May ada gihapon tabernakulo, bells, rosaries o gamo pa nga iba nga religious items. Nakarawat gihapon ni made to order nga statues, habisan ano nga kadako o hitsura. Parahan mga detalye, bisitahan Facebook page na St. Joseph Religious Item Shop o pwede gihapon mag-text o tumawag sa 0917-162-6070.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
And we're back pa rin ng Friday edition.
My
Friday
God!
edition of VW Conversations, December 4, 21 days before Christmas. Kumusta kita nga tanan?
May da napakiana, parang information service na rin tayo.
Aha.
May da ba kuno na biyahe pa Manila. If I were you, kung tikadto ka Manila, nga taga Boronggang ka, pag andam laan iton imo mga papeles, una, para iton tibiyahi gawas iton Eastern Samar kinahanglan na may ada certificate of endorsement ti kang iton legal office. So nakarawat hira hiton iyo form, I think by 10 o'clock yun ang cut-off time, and then they interview you, you get your paper the same day. Pero pag hindi ka nakahabot dyan sa 10 o'clock na cut-off, you transact the next day. Nganti ka to ka nga niya Manila, tinuruhin van, kay maman mahal, baratot eroplano. Sa totoo lang.
Magbi-visa, parang may visa na kailangan.
Kasi yung iba may ano talaga.
Kasi di ba parang yung they are only
just to
allowed
make
to
sure
travel
for
kung very important na
kaya ay kita isang litit it nga mga harmihan na so maging kakaharampang din save
bawal maging emotional yan ang mga panahon.
Iyo mga resources. Nga dahil panahon nga waray na COVID. And then you can splurge all you want.
Sabi pa natin, di ba, yung Christmas season is the most wonderful time of the year. Tapos /expensive time of the year. Pero yan na parang it's very problematic kaya ng Pasko. Pero
pautod akit tudlo may adit may mga savings kahumanhit Pasko bisang consumer nga wara garastuhan. Before that pangumustahan ay kita kasi mahal mapaklitan di kang ito naton public market. Lani Morales, good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning. Good morning hapon nga tanan ng mga mamarati hayo dida ada studio. Bali naka-aadi ako yan ha public market atong syudad ngan ang pagsulod ko pala may gin-check na largoan akong QR code kung may ako kay may dana nabantay di dahit ganggang hiton antes pagsulod hit public market kin-check kon may nim QR code. So as obvious naman kay habang kay gin-check naman nalilimitaran na pagkasulod hiton mga di sa nalahin o nga to merkado nga diri gud gid mo ang tawo dito hansulod balihan anak ato kanina dito hansulod bali guti pa ang tawo kay siguro kay agap pangan na diri gud mo an may mga QR code sugad hiton ang presyohan naman pagdatong han presyohan dili kita laanoy mga prutas bali ang kinaramo nga mangga nga ginhahalo hit mango float 100 per kilo bali nagbarato hiya kay hanuna nakada ko na 150 to 130 per kilo may dagihap dito mga pakwan kundiin nagmahal kay hanuna 25 per kilo yan na 40 pesos na kada kilo may da naman ponkan mansanas kundiin 3-4 25 an ponkan yan 3-4 100 an mansanas and grapes naman hanuna tag 300 yan na tag 250 na la. Tapos, hindi naman kitahan mga pansahog. Di na kasi mga pansahog na seringhiran mga tindira kanina nga kakaistorya, mas nagtika mahal, hanhani, pero hanya na kuno nga si Mana, medyo nagbaro-barato ang sibuyas, nag 220 na la, hanhani kuno, tag 230 kuno iton. Tapos, ganyan, unlock na naman yung white onion, in mintinado itong kilo niya, 120 per kilo. Pero ang kamatis nga hinluy-ain nagmahal kay hanuna kuno ang kamatis is tag 80 la kuno at ang kilo yan tag 100 nga haw. Ang luya naman tag 180 gihap yan tag 150 na ay nagbarato ang luya ngayon tag 150 na lahi yan Ang carrots ng patatas is nadalagan hin 120 to 150 per kilo. Tapos hindi naman kita sa mga karne, ang dinggoon is mintinado, 120 lagi half per kilo. Ang carabis is 300. Pero mahitungod na akong na-interview gihap kanina, nasa rin hiya nga, depende ko na inhit kadamo. Kay magdamo nga nitiya palito, imposible itiya 300, 230 na la, sugad iton. Kadi naman hit baboy, mintinado gihap, 230, pero dani ko nun nahataas, ganay gamay na bubu, pero hayan na, 230 lahanay. Manok naman is habubo kay 130 na yan kaya una ko no 116. Ang isda naman kay mahitungod kan Brian Apita in nagkakamay adahin shortage hem supply hit isda kasi madagat ko no yan ang panahon. Bale ang bangus is 200 per kilo. Ang galunggong dati is 160 na 180 na nagtikamahal. So kan 100 budlis ngayon pakaan kundi nadalagan hin 120. Dati nakadahan 150 to 180 yan na. Ay yan na. Yan na 150 to 180 na yan na. Kaya dati 120 to 160 latan iya price. Ang hasa-hasa naman is 150. Kapag gihapan baliling kundi in 300. Para naman han mga ilado nga isda, ang tiaw is 160 han una yan na 180 na. Ngahan bagaong is 200, ngahan latab 220. Ang seafoods, may anpasayan is mentinado 400 kilo, ang noos 300 dati yan na 320 na. Ngan may nagihap dito mga seafoods nga busikat so dito kada cellophane is 40. Di naman han rice, pinakamahal is ang white rose, ang primera klase nga bugas in 47 per kilo. Nasunod ang mahardi ka nga jaguar yellow kung diin mahitungod kan ang amon na interview kanina is mas masurong kuno ini nga paralito nga jaguar kay tag 45 ini per kilo. Tapos ang pinakabarato is ang premium rice nga tag 30 per kilo, samtang ang iba nadalagan ha 38 to 44 per kilo. May daban yung mga pakiana.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lani. Para natin update tikang gida public market.
Talagang lagid-gid nila niyan mga baligya Pero yun nga, as in talagang yung mga panakot lagi medyo makalilisang. Talagang mahala sibuyas pa lang talagang anbat sano daw lay niya maghahabubo nga.
Yan, hit sunod mo to. Kahaman, orong kay kinuhan dito Magkagayan, Bali.
Okay. Dito ba yung damage source sibuyas?
So, thank you very much, Lani.
Salamat, Lani, and Herod.
Public market, inikila ni Moralio, kaya nagpapabili ng buwan niya para magmalipay sa kaadlaw, dapat mabuhat kita aking alaw.
May nasugat. May kasabihan. Basta importante na buhat. Makulit, naghihinigdaon ka na lang. Balita, thank you, Lani. Sining pangani dapat talagang bantayan mga pamresyuhan yan ang mga panahon, especially soccer. Hindi kaharan nito na mga kagarastuhan. Diba?
Yes.
At saka yun nga, sinasuggest na sana agap na lang kita hinay-hinay, pamalit at mga kinahanglan para at least di kita nagkakalilisang ng burden ditong garastuhan. Kasi kung tigda ay kita pumalit, talaga masakit sa bulsa yan, di ba? Okay, hinay-hinay. Okay.
May naabatit iba.
Especially kung amot. Hindi na amot di tira pa ni Malay. Wala talaga nira abat. Di ba? Para keber lang. Kasi pag magreklamohon, mga ora amot. Yeah. Yun mga kasangkayan, basta okay lang tayo, 21 days to go before Christmas. Antes ito Noche Buena.
Yes.
Diba?
Okay.
So keep it simple, di ba? May discourage nga niya na ipang-imbita rin mga bisita.
Don't make it simple. Ang ada ka na lang pagkaon. That's why you splurge on
dapat
food.
If you're going to spend on food or prepare food, dapat yung sakto lang para sa pamilya nyo. Yung kung
share ka naman, di ka makaka-invite.
Hindi ka naman advisable din yung pag-share food kasi nangani dahil COVID-19, di ba? Para bang
madulong ka nga dit anyaw.
Pagpasalamat
naman na parahit nga tanan nga mga grasya ngayong nakarawat.
Okay, sige, whatever. So parang importante pa rin yung Pero yun talaga bisa nga ni Manila, hindi nim kilala team neighbor, immediate neighbor. Pero what they do is yung they give food, mga delicacies, yun yung pinunregalo na lang. So, I don't know how how safe is it now. Okay, balita mga kasangkayan yun. Balikitahin ito natin mga bisita. Again, this December 10, yan ang Webes nga adlaw magkamayadahan ikapito katuig nga International Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction Management with the theme Winning against COVID-19.
The fight against
Winning
the fight against COVID-19.
Because, as they say, diba, Sir June, mamayda man naton bakuna, we have been waiting for this vaccine diri nga ni nga tanan matagan, the threat of the virus will remain. Kasi they're targeting yung 60 million para magkamayara ko ng itong herd immunity, whatever that means, no? But gila mo itong mga problema, aside yung mga health problems sa education, di ba? Incidentally, kumusta man mga sir, at pang-eskwelahan kapag kaya na.
Kalbaryo, nagkakalatong na
kumusta man?
ang mga learning materials, tambak na kami ng mga trabahoon, good luck sa life, diba? Kasi mag-check ka na. Tapos magpapadara ka na naman para second half of the semester, para coverage.
May nira grade?
Yeah, magkukompute ka ng grade for
nga tanang hirap mapasar?
Depende.
Tara, papasara na galing nga tanang
Depende,
basta
kung
napakamit ang requirements. Sir Reynan, basta na-meet ni requirement,
okay,
papasara.
no problem. Basta may
Bisa na, ano it passing?
Passing, 75 good lang.
70, bisa naman 75, basta pumasar.
So, mga ganyan.
Naman la.
Inagadla naman pag-ambisyonin ka cum laude kung ano kung na siya titim larang 3. Okay, di ba? Parang ganun lang yun.
So, anyway, again, this is going to be a virtual conference. We're hoping and we're praying nga may ada kita maupay nga internet connectivity. Kasi talagang I don't know.
Kasi ang maganda rin with this conference, Sir June, Sir Riomar, is that this is an opportunity para maka-generate kita yung bagong mga policies, di ba? That will help the community, not only in the province of Samar and in Region 8, but the whole country as well, di ba? Even those other countries who are participating, mga neighboring countries natin na taga-salo, mga Salome, ng ating mga disasters na after galing sa atin, inaagian hira. So somehow, this is going to be a sharing of experiences, and yun nga, baka generate ng mga bagong policies to help us improve, para hindi na lang from time to time sinasabi, kaya ng Pinoy yan kasi resilient siya. Diba? How do participants get to interact, an opportunity to air, or may pasabot itira mga saloobin regarding the topics? Magkakamay-ada ba natin open forum?
Yes, sir. The entire conference is actually structured in such a way that it will allow participation and interaction among the participants and the speakers. So we actually decided to have few minutes every after speakers for the open forum, in which participants can raise questions, and the speakers will be providing answers relative to the topics they delivered.
Of course, limited time lang ito, So siguro kung meron tayong mga very urgent na questions, agap pa, bisa pa nga siguro di pa human speaker, we can signify our intention to
yes, sir.
Ask.
The good thing about Zoom Cloud technology is that it has a feature in which the participants can just key in or type their questions in a separate chat box.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
and our moderator will be the one to read aloud or to flash the question.
Okay. So kung halimbawa hindi man masagot yung tanong nila during the time of the conference, pwede rin yung speaker mag-send na lang ng message.
Yes, sir.
Dun sa nagpakian.
Oo.
That's good. So
kasi I'm sure dami itong mga concerns no? Especially madepende. Sir, itong bulk itong atong mga participants, are they from the academe or from the LGUs? Yung mga nag-register, yan.
As of yesterday, with the 288 confirmed registrants, varied po yung nag-signify ng interest. So we have registrants from the Department of Education, from the local government units, and from higher education institutions. We are waiting for participants from the local government units, because I know this will help them a lot. Learning from the best experiences, from the sharing of other local government units and other communities will help our local government units here in the province to adopt the practices and formulate new policies which may be effective in our province.
So for those hindi makakapag-register as participants, would they have opportunities to be able to view the conference on their own? Especially mga bata kasi parang mahihiya sila to register as participants like yung mga millennials, but they're interested. Meron bang opportunity for them to be able to watch the conference, the whole...
Yes, sir. We will be streaming live, as I said earlier. We will be streaming live on Facebook and YouTube so that everyone can listen and watch the presentations and discussions.
Saang Facebook page yan? Do we have a
We
dedicated
will be streaming
page?
live through the official Facebook page of the
Ng-
university. That's Eastern Samar State University Official.
Okay. So
Okay,
that's good, no? So para naman sa atin, hindi naman tayo magpa-participate. Maybe kung may mga questions kami, we can just text you to, you know, throw the questions. So makaano na lang kami. Dito na lang kami sa streaming, no? Kasi baka mahirapan din kami na makapasok. Because as always, ang hirap din pumasok. Kasi yung signal nyo might be good, but yung amin might not be. Yun ang, yun ang bigger problem, no? But, siguro siguro mas maraming mag-view dito sa streaming on Facebook, no? So we are encouraging talaga everyone to listen, kasi napaka-importante ini. Napulo na ada kita kabulan hiton pandemic. Nasa ring hira iton solusyon hini iton bakuna, pero nasa ring daman iton iba diri ini amo iton solusyon la iton bakuna, because the problem now is not only diri la ini health issue inihin nga tanan na saranggapanan na hinian nga tanan nga aspeto hiton aton mga kinabuhi. Usa hiton pinaka-apektado ni the economy, and it's going to take some years before really we can bounce back, no, to pre-COVID.
Where we were.
No, so again, sir, we just ask you to invite everyone who might be interested to listen, and for those who might want to join the conference.
Yeah, thank you, Eden. Before I forget, we'd like, of course, to express our profound gratitude to Bishop Crispin Barquez, Monsignor Pepe Quitorio, thank you very much. Reverend Father Kenneth Kainday, thank you. Father Andy Igargo, maraming salamat. Of course, Eden, Mannie, Renan, thank you. Riomar. And also, of course, we'd like to say, express our also gratitude to Dr. Edmundo Campoto, ito yung kanyang legacy, our university president, our three vice presidents, Dr. Emilia Bacilod, our vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Ernesto Anacta, our vice president for administration, Ma'am Evelyn Ubinan, our vice president for planning and finance, and including all our campus administrators, from Giwan, Dr. Andres Pagatpatan Jr., Dr. Marina Apilado of ESU Salcedo, Dr. Vicky Mayrel Yadao of ESU Maydolong, Dr. Jerry Iliado of Canave, and of course Engineer Arnaldo Villalon of ESU Arteche. Manny, before I forget, Eden, also, I'd like to say thank you also PT4, to Ma'am Elena, our executive producer of Bagong Pilipinas, and to Ma'am Elise Lim of the Philippine Star, to Sir Joey Gabieta of Latest Summer Daily Express, PIA, maraming salamat. DYES, to Pen Pumidas, salamat kahapon, no? We're there yesterday. Maraming salamat. And syempre, gratitude ko na sa Mark of a Man, kumbaga no? So, maraming salamat po, DYB, WVWTV. More power, more blessings to come. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for having us here. Once again, in behalf of the Eastern Samar State University, I would like to invite everyone to attend and participate in the 7th International Conference on Integrated Disaster Risk Reduction and Management, which will be happening via teleconferencing on December 10, 2020, commencing at 8 in the morning, Philippine Standard Time.
And before I forget also, Riomar, I'd like to thank our founding chair, Dr. Leticia Ladera. Kung nanonood ka, maraming salamat po, ma'am. 2014, kami po yung magkasama, syempre, no? Syempre, Dr. Juby Madeja, our conference chair. Dr. Rodora Mendoza, our Director for International Affairs, maraming salamat. And even Dr. Felix Afable, no, our Dean of the Graduate School, siya rin yung mga conference chair. And even the former Vice President for Research and Extension, Dr. Eva Palada, maraming salamat po.
You know, talagang this is one legacy ni Doc Ed Campoto.
Yes.
And we are hoping that even kung mag-end yung term ni Dr. Campoto, the conference will, continue on every year. Kasi itong problema natin with disasters, nagtitika kusog, nagtitika damo, di kita maalam kung ano itong masunod.
Yeah.
You know, did you ever think that magkamayara kita pandemic? Anatong ginhinanan imod nga disasters, calamity, natural.
Yes.
Natural calamities, asya inan atong giniinandaman, we did not prepare for this kind of a problem.
Ayun yan, ay sabi pa nga Eden, parang this conference, international conference, is unique to Eastern Samar State University. Na parang ESSU has created its own niche in the academe, in terms of say helping the communities around the world in disaster mitigation and preparedness and all those things. Kaya nga during the first year pa lang, meron na mga ibang universities who were willing, volunteering themselves to be the next host sana. Pero Sir Ed Campoto stood pat na this is going to stay with the SSU. And look at it now on its 7th year, we're not only focusing on typhoons and disasters, but nag-evolve din siya as the time demands kung ano yung mga nangyayari. So sana let us not lose this opportunity since it's free libre as in walang bayad, di ba? Take time to listen, to participate, mas maganda, di ba? Para at least lahat ng pooling of ideas and resources in terms of how to be able to create better policies para sa ating safety for everybody, di ba? So this is an opportunity. At saka after this, hindi lang naman natatapos to with VW Conversations. From time to time may advertisement, di ba? Kaya yung kinikita all throughout the programming of VW Media Network.
And also let me also thank Dr. Janice Quilonia. Siya yung ate yung nag-prepare ng aming beautiful. Trivia lang, Sir Mannie and Eden. You know what? Ang aming unang naging theme when we were brainstorming last January or December, volcanoes, viruses, violence, and other volatile phenomena. Certainly, there will be more viruses to come. Okay? Siyempre, SARS, ito is strain to. AH1N1, MERS-CoV even. But one thing is certain, okay? Dapat meron tayong strong faith in us, in God, kumbaga, and kumbaga to appreciate what we have now, to live to the fullest, I mean, to help other people who are in need. I think that's the message, yung bang to seize the day, ika nga, na hindi lang tayo dito maging mere spectators, I think we should participate, we should do something good, kumbaga, syempre for the benefit of humanity.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sir June and Sir Riomar. Thank you very much. Brief announcement lang. Di pa talaga ambot. Ginamalagap na pakiana. www.safeborongan.today. Yan ang website na pupuntahan nyo if you want to get the QR codes for Borongan City.
Yeah, quick response code.
Thank you very much, man.
Salamat, Eden. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Be safe, di ba?
Enjoy your week.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend, but please be safe, everybody. See you again next week. And
thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you.
VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod, usahang kinahanglan. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
Patuloy pa rin ang laban natin sa COVID-19. And together, we can beat the solusyon.
Beat